Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. This video is going to discuss what I got at Blade Show 2025. Very exciting. I gotta tell you guys, if you haven't been, you gotta make the trip. The Atlanta show is certainly the best. I've never, well, I know that sounds kind of a silly, my goodness. That sounds like kind of a silly statement to make, considering I've never been to Blade Show West out in Salt Lake City or Blade Show Texas in Fort Worth. However, it is the biggest, and it normally drives the largest crowd. There's thousands of people there. It's massive. There's almost 1,000 vendors, and it's so much fun. Absolutely amazing. So let's get started. So I have this very nice Spyderco mat, which I've had a mat before from Hogue, and I got rid of it. Didn't like the material, but this is nice. This is like similar material. Material that is like what did you call it? Similar to like a mouse pad, but very cool. So the first one is going to be the Dauntless Manufacturing Dogbone K in Magna Cut. Matte helm design. Very nice fixed blade. Never really had like a pocket fixed blade. It's got a little lanyard hole that's built in, but not too noticeable, so it's pretty cool. These are like a vintage micarta with stippled scales. Very cool. Nice blade stock thickness. As I was saying, I've never really owned a pocket fixed blade, but I liked this one. It was pretty neat. They did tell me that this was hardened to like 63, 64. Now I purchased this separately. This is a Chattanooga Leatherworks. You can see Chattanooga Leatherworks right here on the bag. In Chattanooga, Tennessee, I believe. Hence the name. It came with this. Sorry, put that down a second. It came with this Kydex sheath and this DCC clip, which I got to be honest, I don't like this DCC clip. It's not my favorite. It actually tore up a pair of my favorite sweats as I was just testing it out, because this, like, I don't mind this lip, but this extra little attachment that faces down, it really digs into your clothing, and it tore my clothing. So I actually had to cut it off, and but anyway, I wish that was designed a little better, but regardless, it came with that. But I bought the leather sheath for this, and you can actually fit it in either way, which is very cool. It did have this, looks like machining marks. I don't know if you could tell from the light, like right up top where it says matte helm. I don't think that was, I really don't. I don't think that was scratched from the maker. They actually swapped out the scales for me in real time when I was right there at their table, because I requested that. But I don't know if you can tell that it's there. It might just be the machining. Yeah, there's a good view. But it doesn't take away from the knife necessarily. There was a tiny little like microchip right up here. I don't know if you could see that when I got it. But regardless, that could easily be honed out. Next will be all right. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Dauntless Manufacturing, assembled by Zach J. 6625. There's a lifetime warranty. Asheboro, North Carolina. Indomity, Sumus, we are unconquerable. Most likely Latin, I presume. The next one let's go with, I've already opened this. So this is the Knives by Nuge. I don't calls it the Sharky Wicket. It's a Saber Grind Nitro V. Dymalux, G10, and micarta. I've never heard of Dymalux, but this is a very cool piece. And I actually did swap out the DCC clip to a Ulti clip instead. But it looks like, like a alligator skin or something. It's not. It is leather, though, but it's very nicely done. And this was like 1 of 10 he had at Blade Show. Very cool. Very cool piece. Check this out, guys. Oh, look at that. Now, this, I don't know if this rubbing was, it's not a big deal. It really doesn't bother me a ton, but the Dymalax, I don't know if that was the portion of the bolster. I didn't get to ask him. I was literally running around trying to get to every table that I wanted to in time to pick up what I wanted to pick up. So I didn't really ask about which was what. I think this is probably the G10 back here. And then the micarta, maybe it's micarta up front, maybe the teal or the turquoise is micarta. But I mean, look at that. That's a very pretty blade, huh? And very, yes, small, but like, man, is that comfortable? And it fits in hand very well. Even though my pinky doesn't really hang on to anything, everything else does, and it just locks in very well. Nice little sharpening choil. It's like a dark wash, black wash. Very beautifully done. And I was happy I was able to get this, because this was really the one that I liked the most. And it just fits like in a little pocket sheath. Very well. That is the Knives by Nuge Wicket. The next, oh, excuse me, I got hiccups. Pardon me, guys. Hold on. Next is, let's start off. Oh, why not? You know what? Let's go to the Richard Rogers table. So this was the Richard Rogers pry bar. Okay, with this paracord. This is called the PRRY, or the pry. It's made of titanium. It's tumbled. And it has the tumbled jigged pattern. You can see. Very beautifully done. Very nicely done. Now, I don't know if you can see this little mark on the titanium right here in the light by my thumb. That mark was on there, actually. And I did notice it. I didn't say anything to them. Because he had a couple others. He had like a stone-washed one and a Sekai pattern. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I just really like this one. I like the finish. And I was like, well, you know what? It's going to be mine. Most likely not going to sell it. And if I do, I would disclose the little mark. But that's how it came. It still gives it some character, you know. Is it perfect? No. But it's minimal. It's not too noticeable. I can notice it. You might be able to see it in the light, but it's just a minor thing, but still beautifully done with this machining. Very nice pry bar. Never had a Richard Rogers before, and even the pry bar was a good safe bet. You know, I wanted to buy one of these last year, and I didn't, and I'm just so glad that I did this time. I'm like, I am definitely making sure to get one of those. I don't care. I was talking to a friend of mine. He thinks these are kind of a waste of money. I don't. I think they're very cool, and they still function well. I mean, this will save your edge, the edge of your knife when opening up boxes. You can just use this pry bar instead. So very nicely done, Richard. And if you haven't spoken to or met Richard or his wife, Sally, they're very, very nice people. Very kind, very accommodating. They also had a ton of these outside the show. Spyderco bags. Look at that. Cool, huh? You can store your groceries, your snacks, whatever. got a couple of those for free. Why not? Now, next, I'll go over here. This is made by a guy that I met a couple years ago. Nice guy. His name's Ian. I forget his last name. This is the Fenix Toolworks. It's called the Deadbolt. All right. It's a titanium pry bar. It's made of full tie. It's a bronze crosshatch. Can't really read that. Like blast. But Blade Show Atlanta 2025 IMC. So it's Ian something. There's the logo. Very nicely done. Really is. It comes with a little paracord. I love the fact that it's a pocket clip. Now, I think this is interesting. You see this? Oop, sorry, I didn't mean to bump the camera. This little piece of titanium left over underneath the pocket clip. I'm not sure. I was trying to figure out why he left that there, but I don't know. This is still beautifully machined. Look at this. It's got like jimping for days, but it's not like sharp, but if you press into it, oh, gives you a good grip. Fenix Toolworks. Pretty cool, huh? It's got like this this tooling. I don't know if that's not, I don't think it's a hex or like a socket wrench size of some kind, but I think that's very neat that he implemented that. And this is, you know, it's got a wider profile. It's the way that it flares out, and then it's, you know, it's got this nice abrupt downward angle and like a flat edge, like a chisel, but very nicely done by Ian. Very nicely machined. Yeah, look at that machining, man, with the bronze. Is so nice. The crosshatch pattern, as he calls it, as you can see that. Very cool. Very comfortable in the hand. You know, you can use it very well, very easily. And I like the fact it comes with a pocket clip. Very nice. There's the Fenix Toolworks Deadbolt. And someone gave me one of these. It's like a Blade Show playing card. Not really, but, you know, it's just pretty neat. Everyday cards. Yeah, thought that was funny. All right. Now, getting to this Kurthers. This Nathan Kurthers. This is the EDC. And the EDC is made in conjunction as a collaboration with Lorian Arnold, I believe is his name. And this blade, guys, man, I passed it up last year. I just was like, I can't let this go. Comes the Ulti clip. Very nice Kydex sheath. I forget what maker they said made this, but very beautifully done. Easily able to push off. I'll hold on first before I show you this. This is buffed, double black, linen micarta, blue tie hardware, and the ghetto grind. Okay. Wait till you check this out. Guys, woo! You cannot CPM 3V and talk about thin behind the edge. This ghetto grind, holy smokes. Very thin behind the edge. So nicely done. Look at that. Micarta with the blue hardware. It is just stunning. And talk about comfortable. This is the most comfortable fixed blade ever. Ever. I don't care what anybody says. I've handled and picked up a lot of them. This takes the cake. Got those little cutout scallops for you to pinch grip up top. It's just, so comfortable in any orientation. Is not one iota of being uncomfortable. So beautifully done. And they're such great people. Nathan and his wife, Jo, very kind. Love them. Love speaking with them. And he's a rip, too. He's really funny. And Joe is very down to earth. She's fantastic. Let's see, Lorian's Maker's Mark, the Kurthers, 3V. The grind, man. So beautiful. Yeah, had to have it. Couldn't let it go. And I'm glad I didn't. Because from what I understand, they're not making many of these anymore. I don't know if they're going to in the future, but yeah. So, really like that piece. Let's see. What else do we have? We got that one. Oh, okay. This is a very cool piece. This is a piece that I've been after for a long time. This is a Matt Discin Revolution. Okay. And Matt Discin is a custom maker. I forget out of which state. I'm sorry. But I have been literally hounding him for one of these for probably 3 to 4 years. And this is his Revolution. Look at that beautiful Damasteel pivot. I mean, this knife, guys, has details for days. Beautiful carbon fiber. That machining on the top of the spine of the blade. Very nice pocket clip with like an orange peel texture. It's kind of got orange peel all around. And look at the back of the pivot. Whew. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. The machining, man, he really knows what he's doing. And anyway, so we had one of these finally. I was passing by his booth and I asked him and he said he had them. And he had several to show. And I liked the carbon fiber on another model better, but this one was perfectly centered. And that was more important to me. The other one was a little off center. And this is, on the back, this is like a copper-infused lightning strike carbon fiber, which I do have to say, guys, I never knew this about carbon fiber, but I confirmed this with both Matt and another buddy that I know at the show. Lightning strike carbon fiber gets its name because this is a particular carbon fiber that they use on planes, jets of some kind, and the carbon fiber is made to deflect the electricity, the lightning, to prevent it from, I think, like harming the internals of the plane or something like that. So when it gets struck by lightning, it becomes lightning strike carbon fiber. And I think that is just so cool. And I mean, look at the back spacer, guys. And I mean, this has a very similar, you'll see this. Look at that beautiful black DLC blade. Kind of got like a little bit of a hint of a very subtle recurve. Tonto. Very nicely done. Very, very, very nicely done. Oh, I was going to say, this is a very similar handle profile to like the PM2, but much better ergonomics because of the girth, the contouring, the back spacer. It just fits so comfortably in hand. And that's not even the highlight, guys. That's not the highlight. I mean, yes, you can middle finger flick it. The hole is a little higher than I'm used to. I would like it if it was a little lower, but it's not something that can't be adjusted to. Check this out. See the scale? Oh, you have never seen or heard a harder hitting auto in your life. I know I haven't. Let me tell you guys, this is a strong spring. So strong that literally I've had to use like 2 hands to close this because it is wicked strong. I mean, this thing just fires like a rocket. You think ProTech is where it's at? Nah. No. Get a Matt Discin Revolution. What an amazing piece. Absolutely stunning. Oh, M390, if I didn't say. Titanium all around the carbon fiber. And the Damasteel pivot. The next one is, let's go over here. So this is another maker that I am very impressed with. His name is Matthew Weir of Weir Knives. This is the Weir Knives. Hopefully you can see that. Sorry with the glare. The Lucas SB. Yeah. CPM 154. Titanium. Date of birth, June 25. Matthew Weir. Comes with that certificate of authenticity card and this beautiful leather pouch. Beautiful. Oh, smells so good. Smells amazing. Check this out, guys. I mean, look at this. Oh, yeah. I've wanted one of his for a long time, and he's never really had a lot of first come, first serves, and if he has, I haven't made it over there because he's in the other room, and I don't like that. He's in the second room, which is the smaller room, and I wish he was in the bigger room, but because that's where most of the other makers are, but I was able to still scoot over there in time and pick up one of these. Now this is his Lucas SB model. I'm not sure what the SB stands for. I didn't get to ask him, but excuse me, man, these hiccups. I apologize. Also, look at that blade, man. Recurve up to like a very nice drop point. It's just, and his grind is very nicely done. It's like a dark stone wash. You can see his etch into the blade. Very nicely done. Very even, consistent. Chimping up top. Comfortable in hand. Simple. Backspacer, which I wish more makers would make. Beautiful pocket clip with hidden hardware on the clip. Good retention. Huh. Yeah. Beautifully centered. I mean, the hole is a little also lower than I'm used to, but still, you can still manage it. Very simple, but very clean design, very functional design. There's your lockup, liner lock. And Matt is such a nice guy. I've never met him. He's tall. He's like 6'4". Very nice guy. He does really good work for reasonably priced. Very reasonably priced. You know, he's not charging $2,000 for a knife like this. You know, that pivot, I think that's pretty cool. Just standard, like black. I don't know if it's like a G10 or black and titanium, but it's very nice. And the collar, the way he polished it on the edge, very nice. Everything's chamfered, rounded off. It's just very comfortable. Very comfortable. There's no hot spots on this. It's really nicely done. I'm trying to remember if there's something on the inside. No, I don't have my flashlight with me. Oh well. Very nice piece. Very happy with this. And I was happy that I was able to finally grab one of his. Oh, look at that leather. It's so nice. Now the next is, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I gotta tell you guys, I definitely spent way too much. But that's Blade Show. And you never know what may go up for sale down the road. But this is one I also had my eye on. I was able to run to his table in time. This is my new, nice leather as well, Alan Alishawitz M2 folder. And this is, hold on a second, let me put this down. I want to get the paper to read it. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say the M2? I apologize. It's the M5 flipper. I apologize. It's the M5 flipper. It has a two-tone black snow blade, which I'll show you in a second. Hollow grind, S45VN, I really like this carbon fiber. It's called C300 carbon fiber. Very nice. G10 backspacer, red G10, titanium clip and screws. Birth date or order date 6/6. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at this. And everything that Alan does is made by hand. With lathes, mills, machinery that is not CAD or CNC related. Beautifully centered. The texture on titanium liners. And he does the best job with his liner locks. I've never seen anyone do it better. Really great pocket clip. And guys, this one, they had 3 on the table, or 4, and I handled all of them. This one was the one that took the cake for me. It just snaps. Oh. There's that two-tone black snow finish. Yeah, the detent on this, he really nailed it. It's so smooth, so low profile. Doesn't have any jimping, but let me tell you guys, doesn't need it. It really is so good, so well done. Alan does a great job. He's such a great guy. Lockup, he does the best job with his liners with the lockup. No stick, titanium on steel, ever. Not even the slightest hint of stick. Oops, I slipped there once. You saw that, but that's okay. Still, functions exceptionally well. And that carbon fiber, woo, so beautiful. Titanium liners, screws, the whole 9. Yeah, this was just incredible. Hollow grind. Come on, guys. More makers need to make hollow grind blades. Oh, yeah. And let's see. Is it last but not least? Certainly not least. Let's make sure. I want to make sure I got everything. 1, 2, 3. I feel like I'm missing something. Hold on. No, I guess not. And this one, so I was able to see a lot of my buddies that I've seen before, and made some new acquaintances as well. This is a model that I've liked before. It wasn't my first choice, but it certainly was not my last. It was definitely my second of what he had on the table at the time. I've always wanted an actual Richard Rogers custom. I've never been able to get one because he only sells via Lotto, which is great, but a lot of people put in for his Lotto, and they're definitely harder to come by. And if you see him on the secondary, you don't see him on the secondary that much. You don't even see that many videos about him, anything. But a couple of the people that I met were very kind, and they put in for me as far as the Lotto is concerned on top of me, and I put in for some Lottos for them. So it's kind of like one hand washing the other. And it's just a kind of a courtesy thing within the knife community. If you meet some guys that want to do that, they'll do that. So it came in this really beautiful pouch, and this is the... This is a pouch that my friend picked out because he was at that table. I was at another table trying to score a different Lotto, which I didn't. But he picked out very nicely. Very, very nicely. So this is the Richard Rogers Pup front flipper CTS XHP with a fine running bond pattern Zerk inlays. Oh my goodness. Guys, I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but that Zerk is gorgeous. That running bond pattern, the fine running bond pattern as he calls it, so beautiful. So beautiful. I don't know if the light's picking it up, but oh my. It is gorgeous. It's got like some hint of purple and green hues, maybe even some violet mixed in with. I'm trying to see some other ones. Oh, it's just stunning. And it's funny because I didn't even realize it was Zerk inlays until after the fact. I think I was just so impressed by this piece. He does a great job. And this is a small knife, but ooh, that fires. Did you see that? Let's do it again. Maybe a hint of blue in the Zerk as well. Ooh. I've actually top flipped this. It's a little harder, but man, that thing fires. This is like a serious wedding knife is what I would consider this. Oh, it's so beautiful. For how small it is so well done. The details are there. And it is really thin behind the edge. Woo. Very, very nice. Look at that Zerk. Oh my gosh. It's kind of also, see like some darker green. And it's so simple. Just love the design. Straight lines. Everything is super comfortable. Nice pocket clip. It's kind of like a cross between a milled and a stamped clip or a spring clip. There's your lockup. Richard is a super nice guy. Very, very enjoyable to talk to. And his wife, Sally, she is such a sweetheart. And he just does amazing work. And anyway, so my buddy's number came up since he put in for me, and my friend was there to pick it up for me. So I was very happy about that. Very, very happy. Like I said, it wasn't my first choice. I think my first choice is everybody's first choice, which is the slim utility. But definitely a great second. An amazing, amazing second. I'll just show you the detail. Flow through construction. It's got the pivot point as well as the back spacer. You want to call it that, or where he screwed in the pocket clip. But so solid, so nice. Yeah, this is just amazing, and I would still consider this like this is what I would consider an overlay. This is still a titanium frame lock, but wow, yeah, very nicely done. I definitely, like I said, spent too much, but I was very happy to get a lot of these pieces because a lot of these pieces too I've been after for years, you know. So I probably wouldn't have spent as much if I purchased some of them prior. But then again, they weren't making them prior. They were harder to get prior, you know, like I said with some of the others. So, yeah, I think that was all to show you at this time. I did pick up something else. It was after the fact. I'll show you that in another video. Very cool piece. But, yeah, those are my Blade Show 2025 acquisitions. Hope you liked and enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys. Take care.